So this is going to be part 2 video for Transformers Studio Series 86 Commander Class Optimus Prime action figure transformation video. So let's get to it. First process is to ball the fists tightly that way. Next is to open the panels of the forearms this way. And we're going to tuck in the handsets and close those panels up. Oop. Next item, you're going to rotate these sections or the smokestacks, so you could bring this section of the arms forward. Orientation, and fold it this way. And move the arm sets in a T pose. So from a T pose like this, let's move towards the sides. So these sections 1, 2, 1 and 2. First, lift these sections up. Now these two sections 1 and 2. If it's going to be quite hard to lift them up, you could angle them out this way and try opening that section up with your finger. But if you can't do it, use a tool of some sort to help lift that section out that way. Okay, so let's move towards the other side and lift that section that way. Oops. So very brand new action figure. So the joints are all of the moving parts. So this action figure is really stiff. Lift this section up and open this section out that way and pull it down that way. So check orientation, leave it at an angle this way because we have to move this section forward or rotate it. So let's move towards the head. So push the horns or the antenna a little bit forward because we're going to compress the head or hide the head in this section. Okay, so take hold of this section, put force on this section, and the head is going to rotate that way and lift this section up and put your thumb on this section and place a little bit of force, so this section is going to tab into place. There you go. Okay, so this section, straighten it out that way because the pegs on these arms are going to secure there. Okay, so let's forget about that for the meantime. Okay, so this is going to be the orientation of the figure right now. Okay, so head is hidden. Now we're going to move the mid section backwards. So let's move that mid section backwards that way and rotate the top section or the chest this way. Okay, so orientation purpose, why we have to do such a twist and turn, because this is going to form the front of the cub. The legs are going to move up this way, and this is going to be the back section. Actually, this is going to be a Fox truck part. The real truck front face of the truck is going to be this section. Okay, so orientation already established. Okay, now put these sections down that way. Now you have to move this section, open it up, because we have to move these two forward. Okay, so lift this section up, hiding the front of the face of Optimus Prime, and these sections you have to move them forward that way towards center. Go. And this section too. Okay, so that's going to be the orientation, or what it looks like. And squeeze these two parts of the back section together. Oops. Brand new action figure, so even if I transform this already 5 times, still stiff. Oof. Okay, so this really needs a little bit of a workout or more transformation. Okay, align, okay, zoop. We have this section nicely formed that way. Okay, so forget this section for the meantime. Okay, so let's move towards this section, and now you have to put this section down this way, and this section you have to open it up to reveal the other front part of the grill, the truck grill. Lift this section out, align it with the rest of the face of the truck that way. Now you're going to lift this section, so grab a hold of this section and lift that section up. Okay, I hope the camera really caught it this time. Okay, and you have the front of the truck formed. Okay, now next thing that we're going to do is to form the arms. Okay, now make sure that this thing is nicely aligned or flush to the roof of the truck, and time to move the arms backwards this way. Okay, so you've got that tab is going to secure on this section, that tab is going to secure in that section. Okay, so move it back this way, and it's going to tab into place that way. Okay, so just put the smokestacks in this configuration because we still need to tuck this in. Okay, we're going to do that later on. Okay, so let's secure this section first, just like what we did with the other ball of the arm. So we secure that. Now these sections are going to tab on tab 1, 2 holes, 1, 2. Okay, so going to move this section that way and dab it into place. Nice and secure. Let's move to the other side. Rotate and dab into place. There you go. Okay, now you're ready to raise the smokestacks this way. Okay, now moving towards this section. So unfold, and lift first and align. Okay, and that's going to form the side of the truck. Same process on this side. So straighten it out first this way and lift up and dab into place. Okay, so tabs one, and the rest of these sections are going to fill out these sections. Okay, and tab into place and press for a nice tight fit. Okay, now this section of the leg, I'm going to raise that. So you're going to untab. So just take hold of the entire leg and untab. Okay, so these are the two tabbing points for the waist area. Okay, so just put it in this way, that position, as straight as possible, and move towards this section. Now this is going to fold inwards, and you've got two tabs which is going to secure under the wheel section. Okay, so just provide a little bit of space so those tabs are going to set into place that way. Okay, so press for a nice fit, and let's check orientation. Oops. Okay, so next thing that we're going to do is to open this panel up. Oops. Yeah, come on, there you go. So if it's not going to open, just make use of a tool to help in the process. Okay, so first vital transformation process in the leg area. Okay, so the front covering of the shin, you have to open it on this side. So there is where this is the section where the rear wheels are nicely hidden. Okay, so tab into place. Okay, now untab this section, 1 and 2. Okay, but first, before we secure those two sections, move towards this area of the leg. Now I just couldn't reach in there with my fingernails, so I have to use a tool. Okay, so lift that section out, lift that section out. Okay, so these two sections are going to fold into place or peg into place that way. Okay, so we're ready to tuck in the leg area. So put it down or tuck it in just this way. Easy peasy. Okay, now we're going to secure the shin area, pegging it into place. Okay, so let's check orientation once again. Okay, so we're good. Yep. So move this down, and it's going to, this peg is going to secure in that hole. Okay, so with this other section. Okay, now we still have pegs on this side, which is going to secure on those holes. Okay, and tab into place. Okay, 1, 2, and let's check that the tabs are nicely in and secure. Okay, so truck is almost done. Now these sections, we're going to move them back, so it's going to be this way. So with just your fingertip, so this is going to rotate out, and this section you have to rotate that, and that tab is going to fall into that hole. Okay, so rotate, and so you won't scratch this section of transformation. So as you move this thing forward, you just have to do that, so it won't scratch the tire, it won't scratch the paint. Okay, and tab into place. There you go. So same thing with this section. As you move, slowly rotate and create enough clearance or space, and as you move it towards the side of the truck, that's when you try to align onto the hole and the peg. Okay, so you avoid scratching this area and the wheel. Okay, so last part is going to be the tires. So easiest part, last thing that you're going to do, and the first thing that you're going to do when transforming this guy back into robot mode. Okay, so orientation, check orientation. Okay, so we're ready to transform back into robot mode. So first thing that we're going to do is the last thing that we did for transformation in truck mode. So this is going to be robot mode, okay, or humanoid form. So we're going to rotate these sections of the wheels and secure them that way. As you move it down, twist and swing and secure. Pull, twist, swing, and secure. Okay. Next thing, on top. Okay. Then we're going to move these panels down that way. Okay. And even if you're not going to separate these two pieces, you could already start with unfolding the foot. Voila! Separate the legs and tuck these 2 points in. Okay. And hide those wheels by untabbing these panels. There you go. And move them towards the shin area. And cover the legs. There you go. Okay. So we're going to move towards this section. And we're going to untab the tires and lift that section. So we could move the leg downwards this way and tab it into place. And snap. There you go. Okay. So we have that very big dia puppies. And the smokestacks, just angle them a little bit this way. So we could start first with this section. Okay. Untab. And fold. Untab. And fold. Okay, so it's nice to put your thumb in this section as you put it down, so these panels have a tendency of disengaging on that section. Okay, so orientation. Okay, so we're ready to move these sections. Just take a hold of the bulky forearm and untab. Okay. Lift a little bit and put it in a T pose. That way. So same thing with the other side. Go. Untab. Lift. Move. And put it on a T pose. For the meantime. Okay. So it's going to look that way. So let's check orientation once again. So we're ready to move this section of the butt flaps down. So we'll take care of this section, moving this section up later on, because we need to rotate the waist section first and transform some bits. Okay, so let's start with these sections. Okay, so we're going to move them to the side that way and just push. Okay, check orientation, and this is going to pull down, so we could already start lifting the head. Okay, provide enough clearance. Tab. And as you move, fold this section in and tab into place first. That way. Okay. So once you know that that part is tabbed, you could start moving the head forward. And lift the horns or the antenna, or straighten them out. Okay. So check orientation. Okay. So we're going to lift this section down this way. Okay, now need to fold this area and tuck it into place that way. Okay. Now lift these sections 1 and 2. And make sure that these sections are placed forward. So these sections. Okay, now let's do that. Brand new figure, sometimes just hard to really set all of the components into place. So already transformed this guy 5 times, yet still pieces are very hard to move. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I have to straighten them out first a little bit. Check orientation once again. Make sure this panel is aligned this way, and you could already start securing these sections in. Oops. So that's it. These panels would sometimes go off or detach. Okay. So just snap them back into place. Okay, so we were able to straighten out this area because this is going to be the abdomen. Okay, and that's going to be the side pieces for the abdomen. Okay, so let's check orientation once again, and we're ready to rotate. Okay, so this section first. Okay, there you go. So orientation. So we're ready to move this to the side, to the front, I mean. Oops, need to have more clearance, a little bit more clearance. Oops. Okay, so let's already form that. Okay, and fill out the spaces. Okay, now we're ready to move this forward this way. Here you go. So straighten it out that way. Move these sections down. Okay, orientation. Move the arms down. Snap into place. Okay, so for the meantime, just leave it like that because we're moving towards this back section. Okay, now lift this back section up that way and tab into place. Okay, and fold these two sections together that way. And this top flap, just the top flap, and it's going to tab into place that way, holding these two side pieces together. Okay, try to snap it in. Okay, so ready to form the arms. Once again, make clearance for the smokestacks so you won't detach or break it, because we're going to do this. Move it down and rotate. Move it down and rotate. And align the smokestacks and open those panels out to reveal the handsets. Okay, go. line. Open up that form, reveal the last handset, go and secure. And there you go. So we have Commander class Optimus Prime, and the last piece, tuck that into place. Yep, we still have pieces to secure in. So these sections, they're going to collapse in this way. There you go. Okay, and put the arms down. Okay, so that's the transformation procedure for Commander class Optimus Prime. If you like this review or this transformation video, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel. And see you on the next action figure or custom action figure review.